Well, good afternoon. Today is Sunday, September 28th. The month is almost over. We only got 2 more days, but I'm sitting here with my snowman. Look at them all. Anyway, and then my plants. That was Mary's. She gave it to me. And that was just one that I started off as a little seedling. Look how well that's doing. And that's just a fake one because I can't do anything with lilies. Or orchids rather. So Jim bought me a fake orchid. I tried, I just can't keep them alive. But I did pretty good with my other plants, but not so much with orchids. But like I said, today is September 26th, and we have a couple birthdays. Today is Cindy Sue's birthday, so Cindy Sue, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy Sue. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Lily's Graham. I'm assuming that Lily is your granddaughter, but I don't know what your real name is, so I'm just going to sing to you as Graham. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Graham. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And I don't know if it's the same Cindy Sue, but I have Cindy Parks Kinzer, Kinser. So Cindy Parks Kinzer, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, great birthday. I don't know if you can see, but I don't have any birds on my feeders out there. Well, you can't really see, but I don't have any birds anyhow. They're not very hungry this morning, I guess. I just put some food in there the other day. Edie gave me a little birdhouse that lights up, and I fill it up in the morning, and then by nighttime it's almost empty, and you can see the lights. We'll leave a light on, so they have a light on for them. But I've had a few birds that came after dusk. Not very often, but occasionally. So it's good that they have the light on, and they go, oh, you know what? I think before I head on home, I'm going to grab a light nighttime snack. So they stop by my house and grab something to eat. Oh, you know what? And I forgot we had an anniversary. I'm glad I wrote it down because Enza, I might have forgotten. Oh, that's not allowed. That's just not allowed. It's Enza and Rob Giordetti's 34th anniversary today. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great, great anniversary because I know you thought I forgot. Truth be told, I almost did. But I'm still reading this book, and I never could figure out why they came up with the title Clawback. But the reason they have Clawback is for all the people who gave... Wait a minute. No, that's not it. That's her dedication. There was something that said what a claw... Oh, here it is. Clawback, which I didn't know. I was trying to figure out why she got the name of the book. Clawback is the proceeds from an investment that is found to be fraudulent are confiscated and redistributed to all investors on a proportional basis. That I didn't know. The book is about her parents lost their money in a Ponzi scheme and how, which I didn't realize, and I don't know if it's true, but in the book it's saying that what they do is they go after the criminals. They're not too worried about going after the money. They do try, but they don't put as much effort into it. And so the person serves their time, and then when they get out of prison, they go and grab their money and make a run for it. So it just doesn't seem right, but I invest my money. When I was younger, we invested, risky, but at my age we're like at the very low end of the totem pole. I don't get a lot of money back on my returns, but I get some money back, and at my age I can't afford to take a risky move. But I'm still reading the book. I'm almost done. I got about 100 more pages to go, and then I have one more book here, and then I think I got my final 4 books are going to come into the library. I'm not going to reach my goal of reading all my books before the end of the month, but I'll read them before the end of the week, hopefully, and just extend my September into the 3rd or 4th of October. So, but I'm not really. I really don't feel like reading when it's this kind of weather. I don't know why. I just love sitting outside, and lately it hasn't been conducive to that. But today, I was going to watch the football game outside because my Lions play at 1 o'clock. But we rearranged my bedroom and we put the TV in there. only because it's on a stand and we didn't want to take on a rolling stand. I think I showed it to you outside, and we just didn't feel like taking it all apart, and it's kind of awkward to carry down the basement. And I already have a TV down the basement for the kids, so we just decided to rearrange the bedroom and put it in the bedroom. I don't watch TV in the bedroom. The only time I've ever watched TV in the bedroom was when I had my knee surgery back in 2007, and I had to do my exercises with that machine that was on my bed. And so it took like 2.5 hours to do that machine. So I would watch TV in the bedroom. But other than that, I'm not really much of a laying in bed kind of watching TV person. But we had to put it somewhere, so that's where we put it. And then tomorrow I go for my fiber scan. That's at 11 o'clock. And then Tuesday is Sebastian and Oliver's football game. I thought they were on the same team, but no, they're on two different teams. So I'm going to have to sit through 2 games. Sebastian's on the 8th grade team and Oliver's on the 7th grade team. So I have to find out from Danny where those are going to be. And then Friday, Jim and I have to go pick up Bertie and Ron from the airport. They went to Florida with some friends that had a timeshare. So we told them we'd pick them up at the airport so they didn't have to pay for parking and all that. So it's just nice. You can grab your bags and go out the door and somebody's there to pick you up. Yesterday, I was so mad. I called David. He was at work, and I knew he wouldn't answer because he doesn't answer when he's at work. But I called him and said, call me. And then I sent him a text message just letting him know how mad I was because this was not like David. But I was in a mood yesterday. I'll admit I was in a mood. And Kylie, we were teaching her how to make meatloaf. So I was teaching her how to shop for the ingredients. And then, so we started off in the pantry and we pulled out what we had in the pantry. And then we realized but we knew what we had to go to the store to buy. So we made a list. And then we went to the store and I just got in there and Kylie says, okay, where are we going? I go, no, you tell me. So it was a little hunt and peck search, but she found everything that we needed. I showed her how to read the signs up above and, in the produce department, how to find the peppers and all that. So she found all that. But before we even left, we got in the car and I had to readjust my seats. I don't know how David drives my car. It's almost like he's laying down in the back seat. He has the seat back so far. I don't know how it could be comfortable driving, but anyway. And all my mirrors, which I don't have a problem. Adjust the mirrors so you don't have an accident. So I readjusted all my mirrors, readjusted my seat, turned the car on. I have a problem with my front. Well, it depends on when I do a tire rotation. I have one tire that always leaks. They've checked and I don't have a rim leak. There's nothing that they can see in the tire. So the last time I went to get my oil changed, they suggested that the next time I remember what tire it is that keeps going low, they'll take it completely off the rim and they'll see if there's some kind of a tread on the inside that needs to be repaired, because that's the only thing they can think of why it keeps. It's just the one tire. So whenever I get in, I always look to see if I have low tire pressure because we have a compressor in the garage and Jim always puts air in the tire in case there's a problem. No, I looked down and it said 0 miles to empty. I was pissed because when David borrowed my car last week, I had a full tank of gas. A full tank. It takes almost a half a tank to get to work and back from where he works from here. That's why he liked driving his motorcycle, because he could go so much farther with his motorcycle. And, or not so much farther, but so much cheaper even. So I went back in the house and I told Jim, I said, I don't have any gas. So he says, well, I think we have some in the garage. No, we used the last of it on the lawnmower, so we didn't have any gas in the garage. So we had to, I said, well, follow me, because if I run out of gas along the side of the road, I'm going to need a ride, or something. You'll have to drive me up to the gas station to get some gas or whatever. So Jim followed me, and I just kind of coasted into the gas station, and then it was a new kind of a pump. And I put my card in and it accepted my card. I checked the grade that I wanted, so I pushed that. And then when I went to start, it wouldn't start. I kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. It was like electronic, like a touch screen. And it wasn't working and it wasn't working. And I all over, everywhere you could possibly think of, I could probably tell you it wasn't working. And so there was another man that was pumping gas on the other side. And I said, I know I look like a foolish old woman. I said, but I can't get this stupid pump to work. And so he come over, like he was going to show me. And he tapped on the screen. It didn't work. I loved it. I I loved it. But he says, that's unusual. And then he tapped it again and it didn't work. So then he like pounded it and then it worked. And he says, oh, I guess we just had to put a little oomph behind it. And I said, well, thank you. I really appreciate it. So at least I felt better that it wasn't just me. And I kind of felt kind of good that he was coming over there so smug, like he was going to show this old woman, you're like an idiot. You don't even know how to pump gas. I know how to pump gas. I pump gas all the time. I've been pumping gas for like almost 15 years. I know how to do it. I wish I lived in New Jersey. They're not allowed to pump their own gas. They got to sit there and wait till somebody comes out and pumps their gas. Sometimes I think I kind of like that. The weather was bad. Anyway, getting off the story. So I filled up my tank. My gas holds 16 gallons of gas. It took 15.98 gallons to fill my tank. I had like 2/10 of a gallon left. I was running on fumes. So then when David called me, he says, oh, Grandma, I'm so sorry. He says, I really meant to get gas, but I forgot it. It was raining and blah, blah, blah. He says, let me go to the bank and I'll get the money and I'll give you the money for the gas. And I said, no, David, that's okay. The thing is, when you borrow the car, when you borrow someone's car, you replace the gas at least that you used. They're nice enough to let you use the car. You should be nice enough to put the gas back in, because if you were using your own car, you would have had to put gas in. He says, no, I know. I said, well, you're just lucky you weren't around, because you would have really got a verbal lashing at the time. He says, I am so, so sorry. But he's a good kid. I know it was just probably an oversight on his part, because I never tell him to put gas in. But I mean, if you're on empty, at least give me a couple dollars worth that I can get to a gas station, Give me at least 10 miles to get to where I got to go. So, because I don't have any gas stations really relatively close. The closest one was about 3 miles away. And let me tell you, I was like praying the whole way, please just let me get there. Please just let me get there. It's just, but, so I made it. No worries. But, and then we made the meatloaf and it was delicious. It was so good. And then Denise came and picked up Kylie, and Kylie left me with the mess. So Denise called, and I says, well, Kylie did really good other than helping clean up the mess. And she says, what are you talking about? And I said, well, you were in the driveway. She's got to go. And she was gone. She said, well, if I would have known that she didn't help, which I know. She says, I would have told her to go back in. We would have waited. And I said, no, that's okay. We got it. It's just, but, Jim was very patient, more patient than me, because I have no patience. None at all. So Jim was very patient with me. She doesn't have very good knife skills. So when I was telling Denise that, she says, no, I agree. She was really scaring me with the knife. He really was. So Jim had suggested that for Christmas, Denise gets her a chopper. And Denise said, that's a really good idea. She says, because she doesn't have any knife skills. But Kylie loves to cook. So it's just that when she had the knife, it was, she was scaring me. She really was. But she did a good job. Meatloaf was delicious. It didn't fall apart. It wasn't like mine, like a loose meatloaf. It was a sliced meatloaf that you could slice. I think like Jim's trick, is like he keeps pounding it, pound the air out of it. I never thought of that, but that must be the difference between his meatloaf and mine, because he uses all the same ingredients that I use, and it doesn't turn out the same. Not even close. Not even close. It tastes the same. I'll give you that. It tastes the same, but when you want a piece of meatloaf for dinner, you want a slice of meatloaf. You don't want a loose meatloaf. And I was trying to think of what that was that Mary, I told you yesterday. I said it was a fajita. Way off the track. It's a chimichanga, which I do love. So now I'm craving Mexican food. So we were supposed to go Friday out to eat, and I was even going to break my no meat on Friday ban. I was going to have some meat, because I usually don't eat meat on Fridays. It's not required. Only during Lent is it required, but I do it year round. It's a little bit of a sacrifice. But it turned out that Mary thought she had shingles, which it turns out she doesn't have. And so we were going to go this week, but I don't know that it's going to work out this week. I know Friday her husband Don is having shoulder replacement surgery. So she's going to be in the hospital with him doing that. And so prayers for a successful surgery. If it's successful, then I'll put less wear and tear on Mary, because Don is very needy. So pray for Mary, for patience for Mary to deal with him after surgery when he comes home. And then, that's it. We had another beautiful day. I'm playing Word Chums on my phone, and for some reason it keeps kicking me out. I don't know why. I've tried rebooting it. I rebooted my phone, I deleted the app, reinstalled the app. I what do you call it? Upgraded it. All of the stuff, and it'll let me go in and it'll play a game, and then it kicks me off completely, and it goes back to my original screen. So I don't know what the deal is with that. My other games are working fine, but so I don't know. It's annoying because I like to play games on my phone. The Tigers won, so they're in the playoffs. Yay! Jim's so happy, very happy. Edie's Guardians are in the playoffs. Yay! So Edie, when your team plays the Tigers, just know you'll be moving forward because according to Jim, they can't beat the Guardians. And I think Jones Phillies are in the finals. Wouldn't that be something? If Jones' team was playing Edie's or my team, it's not really my team; it's Jim's team. But the Lions, now that's my team. So. Okay, that's going to do it. Oh, look at me babbling on for almost 16 minutes. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the remainder of the weekend. Enjoy the last couple days of September. And let's get ready for Halloween now. Okay, talk to you soon. Okay, they've come to eat. Finally.